Let's talk about a little trickier. So we've talked about 1D features and how we can transform them. Let's talk about a little trickier problem, which is interaction terms. So an interaction term, like what's an example? Let's say we want to predict the number of people riding on a bus route, okay? And that might be important if we're for a transit company, for example, so they can schedule buses. Well, it depends on more than one feature in the data. It probably depends on the time of day and whether it's a holiday or not. You can imagine on a work day, there are certain rush hours going certain directions where there's a lot of people needing to, say, get to a downtown area, and the buses are going to have a high load. But if it turns out to be a Sunday or a national holiday or something, the time profile, there still may be a lot of people going downtown, but they might be going downtown to shop or go to restaurants or movies or something. And so the time of day they're going is different, and maybe the total volumes are different. So that's an example of an interaction. The interaction is between time of day and the holiday, and we call that an interaction term. And there's lots of these you'll find in the real world. And so there's lots of ways you can compute interaction terms. I'll just give you a few ideas here. The mean or the median, something like that. If you have a lot of features that maybe need to be aggregated in some way. For example, maybe our bus riders, we have it by different kinds of transit cards they use to pay for their ride. Well, in terms of capacity management, that's interesting from an accounting point of view, but maybe for capacity management, we don't care. So maybe it's the sum or the mean or something like that that we really care about. Maybe it's the difference. Maybe we care about, we know that someone is, riding, maybe on an airplane, the fare they pick might be dependent on the difference of whether it's business or pleasure. So you might have two categorical columns, business and pleasure, but what you really care about is that interaction, that they're either traveling for business or pleasure. And you can think of cases where you'd multiply or do some other arithmetic sum or something like that. The ratio of features is often powerful.